Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is robyn.vuorela and this is Heels Hive. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a second variation for walking in heels. So if you have not seen the part 1, I'm going to link it up here and I also have it in the description box. So last time I said that there are 2 different ways of walking in heels. If you're new to this channel, I create content about heels dancing and I post videos every Sunday and also on Wednesdays. If you do like this content and you want to support me, you can subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Everything I say, take it with a pinch of salt, because if you're doing a choreography, that will change everything. I think when you're creating choreography, just go with it, have fun, and yeah, rules are meant to be broken. I'm just going to teach you a technique that is healthy, sustainable, and you can use it whenever in doubt. There are 2 different ways of walking in heels. In version number 1, you would roll through your foot from the ball of the foot to the heel. Actually, you never lose contact with the floor. You keep the ball of the foot onto the floor the whole time. The second variation is going from the heel to the toes. So I would always either roll through the foot this way or the opposite way. I would never step onto the foot like this unless it was a stylistic choice in the choreography. The reason being that you're actually going to exhaust yourself if you don't use this whole range of movement as you're dancing. Will increase your stamina whenever you put the weight onto the heel, because you're going to relax these muscles. And if you feel that you are stomping onto the shoe, most certainly your heels are too high for you to be dancing in that way. If you don't have any mobility left in your ankle, your shoes are going to be too high. So this was version number 1, going through the foot. Version number 2 is stepping onto the heel and then onto the ball of the foot. What's going to happen is that when you put the weight onto the leg, your hip needs to be immediately over the leg, because you need to shift your weight so that you can pick up the back foot. In heels dancing, I would always prefer a little turnout rather than being completely parallel, because this is going to give me a nice line. And personally, I think heels dancing is about creating silhouettes. So I think about offering the foot, and that's why I'm turning out the leg. You want to hide the back foot right behind your leg. And I pick up the back leg just enough to transfer the weight to the next foot. So I wouldn't pick up like this. Again, if it's in the choreography, if you're doing something like this, go for it. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but if you're asked to walk in heels, I would pick up the foot just off the floor. So something like this. So now we have checked that we have a little turnout. So not a full turnout, just a little bit. Yes, you see that I have a nicer line in my ankles than if I'm completely parallel. That has a time and a place, and it's not now. So stepping onto the foot, and your knee needs to be straight. Your knee needs to extend before you put your weight on it. You bend your knees when you don't have any weight on it. That's when you bend it. I would say you don't need to think about it. It's going to happen naturally because you want to have the time to extend the leg. And that is the moment when the back leg is bending. So don't think about it too much. Try to keep your legs quite close together. So I would almost walk on a line, because I would want to hide the back leg behind my front leg, but I would not cross over when I'm walking. So turn out, straight knee, stepping onto the leg. Now the hip, the most important, in my opinion. You need to have access to push the hip to the side when you're stepping onto the leg. So in the first walk, you would always have the time to transfer the weight and then sit into it. Versus in this one, like I mentioned, you need to place the weight onto the leg immediately because you don't have time. If we had a beat and we were walking, I would always think about having the hip on the beat. That's gonna look clean, crispy, and good. So always on the beat, because that's when you're gonna finish the movement and then you're gonna go to the opposite side, all right? When you walk, try to, and this comes from extending the knee, step as far out as you can onto the leg. I mean, don't kick the foot, but rather than like stepping underneath yourself, you're gonna create limits because you're not gonna have a lot of range to use for the hips. So if you think about traveling through the space, actually you have more time to use the hip. I hope that makes sense. Do leave me a comment if it doesn't, and I'll try to explain it in a different way. The arms. You can always have the hands on the sides if you want to. You can move them lightly this way. Actually, I think about just moving my shoulders and my hands are relaxed and they just follow. So either moving them forward, or the other option is behind your body. What this does is that it's gonna really enhance your hips. So I will show you 3 different arms. The first one was just on here, just close to your body. That's gonna look nice and clean. So having the hands on your body, I would always use the middle fingers and attach them to my thighs. Second variation was front and back. The third variation, which is my personal favorite, is behind the body. And remember to bring your shoulders out from your ears, keep your chin up. Wherever you're looking, that's where you're going, okay? If you look down, you're going down. If you look up, you're gonna go there. Unless you want to make a choice of bringing the chin down and then going forward, but I'm still looking where I'm walking, yeah? So what I'm trying to say is that if you slouch, it's gonna look like that. Very easily, you can just elevate it by rolling your shoulders out, making sure that your chin is up and you have a really nice long neck, regardless of what you're doing with your arms. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. Do let me know if you have any other requests. Have a good one. Ciao!